Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Whithe. When last we left our illustrious protagonists, they were on the road to the town called Slacha to pick up some reading material for their new spy boss. Only to be inevitably, immediately, something between those two, ambushed on the road by a collection of persons who appear to want to do them harm. So let's just go around the table real quick and introduce ourselves, and let's start alphabetically. Hey, Carmine.
Hi. I have a frog that talks.
Yeah, all right. That's a pretty good intro.
What an intro. So good.
I said that we were going alphabetically, and then I just skipped the person whose name starts with A. So Aki.
It's okay. We didn't specify what alphabet we were using, so
We're gonna work on our letters.
I did a lot of stuff this week.
Hi, this is Aki, your friendly neighborhood psychic, who's ready to fight?
There's definitely going to be some throwing down. Chef.
There, I'm Chef. Yeah, we about to fuck these bitches up. That's about it.
That's an unkind way of putting things. Jinx, kindly introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jinx. A little chaos gremlin who likes shiny stuff.
Mm-hmm. And Leftman?
I'm Leftman. Local rap man, steals from the elderly, likes to blow shit up.
You missed a
All
lot
right.
last time, Aki. You missed a lot.
I heard.
There a lot of things happened.
It's nothing out of the ordinary.
I was gonna say, this tends to happen with this group.
All right, so we have the various folks' turns. First, Sarah. We're just gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. Leftman, you don't have reactive strikes, so you can't do anything about that. And Chef, we're getting a swing at you. 21. That gonna hit?
Yes, sir.
All right, you take 9 points of slashing damage. And we're gonna take swing number 2.
No,
12
sir.
is not gonna hit.
You little shit.
Over here, we're gonna have some folks come out from around this tree. They are all wielding short bows. And we're going to take a shot at Jinx to start. Jinx is in range. Great. Jinx, what's your armor class?
17.
Alright, so 15's not gonna hit ya. Then they're going to take another stride action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 25. You're gonna see you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hockey, one's shooting at you. 24.
Okay.
Your armor class is 16, so that is not going to be a crit, but you are going to take 2 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then she's going to shoot at you again. That's going to be a 9. That's not going to hit.
Yeah. No. Thank
2,
God.
4, 5. Her buddy's in the way, so she's going to take her second action to stride. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. In closer. And she's going to shoot also a Jinx. 26 is barely going to not crit. and that's going to be another 3 points of piercing on Jinx. Then, because I still have the fifth one up here, great. 1, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, no, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5. That's, and, Chef, this one here looks like she's getting ready to swing at somebody if they come in close to her.
Okay.
All right.
We got a while for
And
that.
Jinx, it's going to be your turn.
I am going to pull out a dagger
All right. That's one action.
and 5, 10, 15, 20.
All right. When you enter to within 5 feet of her, she's going to use her ready to action. Take a swing at you. That's going to be a big old 15 and a whiff.
I'm going to take that dagger and I'm going to go for the femoral artery on the inside of the thigh.
All right. Roll me an attack. All right. So your second action, you definitely get into her a little bit, but you don't go deep enough to get at the arteries. And that's going to be your 3 actions. Which means that Jinx's turn is up. Aki, it's your turn. Carmine, you're on deck.
Aki is going to cast Imaginary Weapon.
All right.
Oh, it's having me roll. Hold on. I don't know why it had me roll, but okay.
All right.
I wanted to place it. Hold on. Here. In this square.
Okay.
I am selecting a giant. What is it called? Basically, a hammer. Just say a hammer.
You're making a maul. Gotcha.
Yes. I'm also gonna heighten it with an amp, if I may, DM.
All right. Mark down a focus point.
Yep.
So you are going to make 2 different. Yeah. So you are going to make 2 different hammers. You were attacking 2 different people. And this is going to be 2 actions. So I am going to need.
So when
That's
here
touch.
in...
I'm not sure that you could.
Oh wait,
Excuse
is
me
it
while
touch? Oh.
Let me read this. It says range touch. I think that you hold the weapon and you hit somebody with it.
Oh.
So you can stride up to, say, this one and then hit them.
Okay.
Or you can
Then
put yourself here and try to hit both of them. But that's 30 feet away, and I think your speed is only 25.
yeah. Then I'm gonna change things around a little bit. Apologies.
Okay. No, it's fine. Welcome to Pathfinder. Everybody here is learning.
I'm gonna actually the same target though.
Yep.
I'm gonna use daze.
Okay.
They need to roll a will save.
Okay. They are.
They
That's a
fail.
critical fail. So she is.
If they critically fail, they stun.
Uh
And now I roll 1d8, d6.
huh. She
Sorry.
critically failed. Roll 2d6.
Oh,
Yeah. -10. You reach out with your mind, and you. For want of a better term, jab her in the psychic eye. Blood spurts out of her nose, and she grabs at her head. She has dropped her weapon.
what
And you
she
have one action.
sees, what she sees in her head is she looks directly at Aki, and then all of a sudden he's literally right behind her, and his hand is just kind of morphing into her head, and he says, "Put that down now."
All right. And you have a third action that you can do things with.
Aki is going to prep his hand crossbow and stay where he's at.
Are you sure you don't want to shoot somebody? Because Daze does not require an attack.
Oh,
So you still have your whole bonus.
sure. I'll shoot the same person then with my crossbow.
Okay, what's the range increment on that? Because you're 60 feet away.
I think it is. It's exactly 60 feet.
All right.
$23.
23 is definitely going to hit for one more point of damage. And then, just for good measure, you then shoot her.
Yep.
All right. Carmine, it's your turn.
I have a question for
Okay.
hex rules.
All
so,
right.
because we have multiple actions, I don't really know. Am
Mhm.
I able to use the same hex but on multiple people? Like, say I hex 2 people, would that take 2 actions?
So,
If it's a
welcome
one
to playing
action?
a witch. They decided to call fucking everything hex.
Yeah.
There are 2 kinds of hexes. The first kind are hex cantrips.
Right.
These are normally debilitating effects that interact with your familiar in some way. Because you are a resentment witch,
Yeah.
what that lets you do is that lets your familiar
Mm-hmm.
could extend negative effects on people.
Right.
So the person that Aki just dazed,
Mm-hmm.
normally, because they critically failed, they're stunned 1. Normally,
Yeah.
their turn comes up, and the stun they lose an action, and the stun condition goes away.
Yeah.
If you get close enough to that person and you chuck a hex cantrip onto somebody, you can
Uh-huh.
make it so that next turn, or the turn after their next turn, they are still stunned 1 and lose another action.
Oh shit, I'm in range for that too. Okay.
I think the
Oh,
range on that is like
sick.
15 feet
Oh, okay. Because
from your
I've.
familiar.
That's
Oh, so if he like hops nearby. Oh,
Mhm.
I get you. Okay.
The other thing that's hex cantrips.
Yeah, I only
Hex
have cantrips. for
Hex
hexes right now.
spells are focus spells.
Okay.
They do not use spell slots. Instead, they use an ability called a focus point that you can regain using the refocus activity. It takes 10 minutes, and you do it in between fights.
Okay. So, so say I use Hex Buzzing Bites, which is a cantrip, but it's only one action. Could I apply that hex twice?
You will
To,
have
like,
to
2 different
sustain
people?
them separately, but yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't really know. I'm like, can I do that? I don't know if I can do that. Okay. As long as it's sustained. I understand that part. So I'm gonna go ahead because it's 120 feet range.
Okay.
I'm going to try to buzzing bites the one that
Okay.
Aki just dazed.
Okay. Buzzing Bites has a range of 30 feet.
Oh,
For
it says
starters.
it says 120 on my thing. Oh, that's the area. Oh, where's the range? Oh, that's stupid. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't read. Give me just a sec.
It's okay. Like I said, it's Pathfinder. Everybody's learning.
It's because when you
around this
open
game.
it, it's like a whole like page.
It's so
Yeah,
confusing.
I'm
oh my
like-
god,
I'll
there's
be
so much
honest.
shit.
This whole time I'm like sitting here like I want to
There's
do something.
so much
like,
shit. What the fuck?
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna retcon that.
Mhm.
Now that I know where the word range is. Okay. Now that I found it. What if we daze the same person twice? What would that do? I'm just curious.
So the stun condition means that you just lose your first action. The sickened
Okay.
condition is really nasty because it's -1 to basically everything.
Yeah, I see that.
And then you use an action to attempt to reduce your sickened condition.
So they're wasting their turn just trying to heal themselves, essentially.
Themselves. Yeah.
And because it's a check to attempt to retch to remove the sickened condition, they get -1 on that.
Yeah, because
Or
they're
minus the value of
done.
the sickened.
Okay.
Oh,
5,
shit.
10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10,
And
15, 20.
so
Okay.
We
long
found
as
our
you-
combo wombo, Carmine.
Yeah, we daze and then sicken. But I can't actually reach. My speed doesn't reach all the way up there.
You can stride multiple times. It's
Yeah.
just an action. You can stride twice.
Or hear me out. I throw Sebastian.
That's
What if I
also an
just-
option that he
what if I-
may not take kindly to.
I know he'd probably like fucking
Just
have
full
a.
on Pokemon.
I'd wake up with like Tommy
summoning him.
guns. Bro would pull out his entire mafia from his back pocket that he doesn't have.
You can also
Sebastian, I
hex
choose
somebody
you.
else.
Yeah, I could hex somebody else. Okay. What if I left him in a bucket in the middle?
Just threw the bucket.
Like I drop the bucket on him. And then so that if they go in range of him.
It's certainly an option.
Because he said they would change if they were 15 feet with him. That was funny. Okay, we're not gonna complicate things. Don't worry. I'm sorry. I'm taking up people's time. Okay. 30 feet. Okay. This is totally gonna make me a target. I pray I don't die. All right. I'm gonna go here.
All right, and that's
5,
going to
10,
be
25.
one one stride action. Okay.
Yeah. So I am going to buzzing bites twice for the total 3 actions on the 2
Okay.
that are triangulated to me. Do you want me to re-roll again?
This one
no?
and this one.
Yeah, those 2.
Okay, so it's going to be a fortitude save from each of them against your which
It's 16.
okay, against 16.
I can fix that on your.
What
So
the
that's going to
fuck?
be the top one passes and the right one is
What
going to
the
also
fuck?
pass. So I need you to roll me 1d4 twice, and they're each going to take half damage.
Yeah.
And then next turn, you don't need to sustain these,
Okay.
and you can just cast it again because it's a fucking cantrip.
Right. Okay.
And then you rolled max damage on both of them, so they're both going to take 2 damage.
Okay.
All right.
Said it
And
was
that's going to be-
16 for the spell save.
Yeah, it's 16.
Okay.
And that's going to be it for Carmine. So Leftman,
All right.
you mentioned
I
that
got
you
questions.
had a question about bombs.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do this first and see if that might answer the question. Nope, it didn't.
Okay.
I fixed
Actually,
it
it,
for
it
you,
did it
Carmi.
did actually answer it because over here I don't see range or splash radius,
Okay.
so that actually did answer it.
All right.
Okay. Because I was trying to see what's going on here with the bombs and how that stuff works, and I don't have range or the splash damage effect or radius.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna assume splash range is just it saying the one tile over next to it, so wherever it immediately drops.
Yes.
But in a like circle, right?
Yeah, it's the square of the target of the thing that you're hitting, and then and then the 8 spaces immediately around it.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, yeah, in that case, let's not do that. Instead, because it's only one action, yeah, it is.
It's one
It
action
is,
to throw a bomb.
It's one action to throw a bomb. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my action to equip the gauntlet.
Okay. So you are taking an
And
interact action to put a bomb into your gauntlet. What kind of bomb?
well, would we say Leftman already had the gauntlet on?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
wearing the
okay.
gauntlet.
Okay. I didn't see that way at first, but okay. In that case, then yes. In that case, I'm using the interact option to actually go ahead and put a bomb inside the gauntlet. We're gonna go ahead and put in the lesser peshpine. Oh, my bad. The
Okay.
lesser peshpine.
The bomb has to deal energy damage. The
you're right.
Peshpine does piercing.
You're right, actually. I forgot because I think it actually says it in here too. Hold on.
New system, new us, team.
Yeah. Where is it at? Because I know it says somewhere in here.
In Alchemical Gauntlet, the bomb must be one that deals energy damage, and then it gives you a
Acid
bunch of
flask,
examples.
alchemist. Yeah, there it is. Okay. In that case, let's pull back. Let's not do that, and then I'm gonna do. How do I know? Does it specify energy?
Energy is anything that's
doesn't.
not physical.
Okay.
So if it's
Okay.
not piercing, slashing, or bludgeoning, then it's energy damage.
In that case, let's go ahead and do. I don't know. Let's say fuck it. Let's do steel scour just for
Okay.
fun.
So it's going to do acid damage. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And now that it's in there, I'm gonna go ahead and take an action to stride forward, right?
Okay.
And
so one to
bonk
load
this
your
guy
gauntlet,
right here.
one to stride, and one to strike. So roll me a alchemical gauntlet attack.
Cool. That's not it.
That is not an attack.
There we go.
There we go. 23.
Woohoo.
Also roll me 1d4. They're going to take -2 points of bludgeoning damage as a rat man walks up and tries to cave in their chest. And then they're also going to take
I'm trying to melt them.
-1 point of acid damage as your steel scour starts to spread out onto them, and is going to slowly ruin their gear.
Let's go.
All right. That's going to be Leftman's 3
And
action.
then, because I used one of the bombs to interact with the gauntlet, I have to mark down over here on the number section that I used one, correct? Just like if it
Yes,
were a spell
please.
slot. Cool.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
However, okay. So once it's loaded, it just lasts until you start using it. But once you start using
Yeah.
it, the bomb starts to go.
It's like a 1 minute
All right.
timer.
Mm-hmm. All right, Chef,
Aye, Captain.
is your turn.
Left
I
or
don't
right?
think that you've pulled out your weapon yet.
Left or right?
You tell me. I'm not your character. I don't make choices for
Left.
you.
Oh,
I put you guys into weird situations.
I'm giving you an option. Chef's going to pull out the Buster Sword. He is going to stride over here behind the one on the left
All right, they do not have reactive strike.
and attack.
All right, so you're flanking her, which means that she's off guard and her armor class is reduced by 2.
And I missed still.
Yep.
Fuck me. Alright, I'm done.
All right. We have this lot. Let's start up here. Why don't we? So first things first. She is stunned 1, which means that she is no longer stunned. But she does only have 2 actions. She is going to pick up her bow, and she is going to look at Aki with hatred in her eyes, and she is going to take a shot at Aki. That's going to be a 16, which is going to hit 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
This one is going to take a step here. And then she's going to swing at Jeff with a 15. That's going to miss. And then she's going to swing at Jinx. On a 20, that's going to hit. Jinx, you take 9 points of slashing damage. Meanwhile, this one is going to take a step to here. And she's also going to swing at Chef. And that's going to be a critical hit. So Chef is going to take 18 points of slashing damage.
All right, he stepped away
No, I'm
to
sorry,
take care
10
of the
points
dog.
of slashing damage. I did that incorrectly.
Okay, I was gonna
He's at
ask what
-10.
happens at that point. He's at 5
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Okay.
He's
cool.
at 5. And wait, there's more because she gets a second swing, and that's a 5, and she's going to miss on that. The only reason that that's not a critical failure is because they've got him flanked. Like that's literally the only reason that she isn't on her ass right now. Charming, these two that you are trying to cast spells at are going to drop their short bows, which is a free action to drop things. They're going to pull out their axes, so that's action the first. And then they're going to come at you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although actually I should be doing this one at a time. So this one is then going to swing at you with a 16. That will hit you for 8. And another 16. That will hit you for 9. You are down.
Bro, Raggy.
And then 25. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's going to swing at Jinx. That is going to be a 24 to hit with 3 points of slashing damage, and Jinx is also down. Pathfinder is scary, y'all. All right. It's okay, Chef. So, welcome to dying. You both have the dying condition. You're at dying 1. While you have dying, you are unconscious. If you ever reach dying 4, your character is gone. Alright? So, Jinx, it is your turn. I need you to roll me a flat d20. You are trying to meet or beat an 11. 10 plus your current dying value.
Oof.
That is a failure, which means that your dying value is increased by 1. You are now at dying 2. Alright. Aki, it is your turn. Carmine and Jinx are both down, Chef is surrounded, and Leftman is hitting people with acid.
Okay. Aki is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 here.
Okay.
And then
Stride action.
from here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and not hit. I'm going to hit these 3 folks
Okay. What's
with
the spell?
color spray.
Okay.
Oh, it's a
So it is a
15-foot.
15-foot cone.
Sorry.
A cone
So
is
just
90
these 2.
degrees, and it is fired from a corner.
Okay, let me fix it. 90 degrees.
So it is
Right.
going...
Does it hit Carmine too since she's down?
It will not hit Carmine.
Okay.
And... Okay. Alright, so they both need to roll a will save. I'm going to start with the one closer to you.
Mhm.
That's a fail, and the one further away is also going to fail. On a failure, they are stunned 1. They are blinded 1. I'm sorry, they are blinded for 1 round, and they are dazzled for 1 minute.
And what does Dazzle do again?
Alright. Okay, so while they are dazzled, it is hard for them to see, which means that everything is concealed. They have to roll a flat d20 before they do anything. And they have to succeed on that in order to actually, like, attack at all.
Nice.
Done, and blind, and dazzle. And they are also blinded for a round. So all terrain is difficult terrain to them. They have a -4 penalty on perception checks. And because they can't see, they just flat out do not know where you are. I'll grab precise sense. So you are... So they have to use the seek basic action to know exactly where you are. and that was one action. So what would you like to do with your third?
I'm gonna shoot this one with my crossbow.
You need to reload your crossbow, and that's an action.
Yeah, I'll just. Oh wait, no, wait, hold on. I think I have. I think these are all. I'm gonna use the shield cantrip on myself.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you have a +2 circumstance bonus to armor class. So your 16 goes up to 18.
Yes.
Carmine, I need you to roll me a flat d20, please. All right. On a 15, that is a success. You are no longer dying. However, you are wounded. And I'm going to use that. You are wounded 1. That means that if you are... That means you lose the dying condition by succeeding at a recovery check. You are, however, still at 0 hit points. You remain unconscious. However, you can be woken. And you now have the Wounded 1 condition. If you go down again, wounded becomes dying.
Is that
While
just
you are.
one level of dying again?
Yes, it transfers on a 1-to-1 basis.
Hmm.
You are sleeping. You have a bunch of negatives, but for now, you are doing a heck of a lot better than you were 6 seconds ago. And now it is Lefman's turn.
Woo. Okay. I'm gonna. Jinx is still down, right?
Jinx is still down. So is Carmine if you want to try throwing multiple healing potions.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have minor elixirs of life. Am I able to?
Yes, those work as those work as what's the word I'm looking for? As Baldur's Gate 3 potions, where you just chuck them at people and they're up.
Okay, then if we can do that, we can do that. If I chuck it and essentially just use it as a form of a bomb for Carmine, is not going to splash over to what's its nuts over there?
Does it have the splash property?
No, it's just a minor elixir of life.
Then no, it's not going to splash.
Okay. But it will work if I just use it on Carmine.
Mm-hmm.
Like toss it over to her.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll toss one to. I'll use an action to go ahead and toss one over to Carmine.
All right. It is a minor, so Carmine, roll me 1d6, please. You are no longer unconscious. You have 1 hit point. You also have a +1 item bonus to saving throws against diseases and poisons for the next 10 minutes. And you feel... you wake up to a somewhat disconcerting feeling of something splashing against your chest. and your eyes burst open as you are still on the ground with someone that you don't really recognize standing over you.
If I throw another one at Jinx, does it cure what's going on with them?
You automatically lose the dying condition as long as you have more than 1 hit point. And you get wounded 1.
Okay.
Jinx, yes.
In that case, let me use a second action to toss one right on over to
Jinx?
Jinx?
Jinx, roll me a d6.
Hey, actually, hold on. I just thought of something. I think in order for me to be able to have thrown it over to Carmine, I would have had to be within 20 feet, no?
Can you roll me a bomb attack? While I grab... Alright. So, an 11, it is going to be with a -2 penalty to range. However, she is prone, which means that her armor class is reduced by 4. She is off guard, which means that it is reduced by another -2. So her armor class is only 9.
Okay.
Which means that you hit her.
Okay.
With a mighty
All right.
yeet.
Yeah. Yeet. And then yeah, that second one's gonna be used on Jinx.
Jinx. Yeah, I'm going to need you to roll bomb again. Or another bomb attack.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to hit. So, Jinx, you are up to 4. You are no longer dying. But you are wounded 1. Because dying does not translate 1-to-1 over to wounded. Wounded translates 1-to-1 over to dying. But wounded recounts how many times you go into dying. So Leftman, throwing 1, pulling out the second, and throwing the second, I count 3 actions.
Okay.
And
That sounds about right to me.
actually, no. Last fight, I determined that you pulling out a potion and drinking it was a single action. So I will say that pulling out a potion and throwing it is a single action as well. You have the
Okay.
third action.
I'll take it. I can move up. It's not really the wisest. Because I'm squishy.
You can stride so that you give Chef flanking on somebody.
Could.
If you go to like here, you can also go here to give Aki flanking if you think that Aki is going to do something where he's going to start smacking people.
If I go here, do I also get flanking for Carmine?
I think that it would have to be her directly across from you. But
Like right there?
yeah, so you'd have to choose between giving Aki flank on this one and Carmine flanking on this one.
Okay. Let's go with going here.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go with going there, and then gives me flanking for Aki and gives me an opportunity to still stay near Carmine. I still got two more elixirs.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Chef, it's been a while since you've had people try to hit you this often, and back then they weren't using axes, and these ones are. I'm just going to do some quick bookkeeping stuff here, because this one is the one that I'm using to keep track of initiative, and I get the feeling that Chef is about to hurt some people.
Who hit me the last time?
Everyone around you.
Okay. If I were to move to here, Would that be flanking?
Jinx is prone and not capable of giving you flanking right at the moment.
Okay. So who was the
But it
last?
does stop them from flanking you.
Who was the last one to hit me?
I think the one to the left of you.
Okay. I'm going to stride to there.
All right.
You little motherfucker. I'm
All
going
right.
to rage.
You fly into a rage.
Completely taken
are
off guard
concealed
by
against-
this.
The rest of you, some of whom are barely conscious, watch as Chef, in between these two people, bursts into flames. Chef, you gain temporary hit points equal to 1 plus your con mod.
So 5.
Alright, so you have 5 additional temporary hit points. All of your melee strikes do an extra 4 points of fire damage. And you are concealed against ranged attacks. And concealed means that they so the same flat DC 5 check that the folks who are down here and blinded and dazzled should need to take in order to attack, people need to take that to attack you from range.
Excellent.
And because Player Core 2 is not out yet for another 3 days, Rage is going to change a little bit then. Notably, it is going to lose the -1 penalty to armor class, and I am okay with you getting that a little early.
I appreciate that.
So your armor class stays the same, you do extra damage while raging, and you have a third action.
With his eyes alight and a sickening grin on his face, he is going to swing.
Alight in more ways than one.
I'm going to swing at the one that just hit me.
Okay.
And miss.
Yeah.
Fuck me. That's it. I'm done.
All right. It is their turn. So, do you want to like use your feet to intimidate and glare at them a little bit? Because I think that makes intimidate a free action.
Yeah. Let's... It's one action, that's what it says. If you'll allow it.
Not this time.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I thought that was just like a free action that you could do. My bad.
You're good, no worries. We all learn them.
Everybody here is learning. Speaking of learning, they weren't expecting people to be bursting into flame and having a bunch of other crap going on. So let's start down up over here. I want to start with her taking a shot at Chef, and she can actually do that, and that's going to be a short bow. That is going to be a Chef. So she fires her bow directly at you, and it is caught by fire, and the arrow is incinerated. And you weren't expecting that. She definitely wasn't expecting that, and she is not going to shoot at you again. However, Lefman,
Yeah.
that's going to be an 8. Then she's going to fire a third time. And that is a natural 20.
Hey.
So that would be a success. That's going to be a crit. And you're going to take 10 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Which is a lot, but it's manageable
I've been
for now.
skewered.
Mm-hmm. And then we have these two. So first things first. They are no longer stunned. However, she does need to take... Alright, she can actually swing at you. And... Okay, I'm overthinking it a little bit. And that's going to be a 16
Which misses because I have my shield up.
on Leftman.
Ah, damn it.
Leftman, you're going to take 8 points of slashing damage, and you're going to go down.
Damn it.
Ow.
And then she is going to and she is going to stride 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're here. No, wait a moment. Yeah, that's what she's going to do. Then here we have stunned 1. She is no longer stunned. She is blinded. Which
And
overrides dazzled. And
Dazzled.
because she is blinded, that means you guys are No, you know what I'm going to do, Leftman? I'm going to bring you back with 5. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually roll that you are effectively invisible to them. She cannot
Ah.
see you. She needs to use the seek action to figure out where you are. And she has and because she's blinded, she has no clue that you ran up to her. So she's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here to Aki. And she is going to take seek at a -4 penalty, which is going to be perception -4. So that's going to be an 8, which is not going to work.
I've been given mercy.
Temporarily, yes.
No.
All right, then down here, she is also going to be invisible, but because she's because she knows that she's closer to you, Aki, I need you to roll me a stealth check.
Yes.
You can whisper that to me, but you need to beat an 11. It's okay if you don't want to whisper it and you want people to know, but
I want
Holy
people to know.
Get ball. All right, so that is a critical fail. She thinks that you are somewhere that you are not, and she is going to attack this direction.
Good, as she should.
And she is going to completely whiff because she's trying to attack somebody who's not even flipping there. Chef, you're going to have 5, 10 on a stride action, and then we are going to have a battle axe try to swing at you. That's going to be a 21 to hit. That's going to be 10 points of slashing damage, which is enough to put you down, but not enough to put you out because you are still on fire. even through the temporary hit points. Then she's going to stride 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this one is going to come here. And Aki, you have your shield raised.
Yes.
But you're flanked now, so that's going to be a -2.
Can they
So-
flank while blind?
This one down here is actually, they are blinded until the end of their turn. You know what? No, they can't. So yeah, your armor class is 18.
Yeah. No.
And you're going to take 10 points of slashing damage. However, because you have shield up, you can shield block.
Oh yeah.
And what shield blocking does is your shield has a certain hardness. I believe it's at 5 baseline.
Yes.
So when you shield block, you reduce the damage that you take by 5, but you and your shield both take the remaining damage. Your shield has 3 layers. So you can lose 1 layer to take half damage. I'm sorry, you can lose 1 layer to take 5 damage, you can lose 2 layers to take 3 damage, and you can lose all 3 layers to block the damage completely, but your spell ends.
I'll take 1
Alright,
layer.
you take 5 damage, and you now have 2 layers of shield.
Okay. Oh. There we go.
Alright. Jinx, it's your turn. You are prone, you are next to a slew of them.
If I get up, is it going to give them an attack of opportunity?
They do not have reactive strike, so no.
All right, so I want to use an action to get up.
Alright.
And the one that's got the little, what looks like ninja mask and the eye on it,
Uh-huh. She's
I wanna
actually not
try
blinded anymore. She is dazzled, though.
I want to try and climb that one like a spider monkey.
Okay. Uh, roll me...
Acrobatics.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You're not going to be able to get much purchase on her. Action 2. What's your third?
If you attack this one,
I'm
you
just
have
gonna say this one is
flanking.
off guard, so you get sneak attack.
All right, I'm gonna stab him.
All right. Okay, so their armor class is 13 against you, so they're going to take -3. Can you also roll me 1d6? All right, she's going to take an additional 2 points of precision damage, and that's going to be Jinx's turn. Aki, it is your turn.
Was that the one that's dazzled?
That was not one of the ones that was dazzled.
It was this one?
The ones with the bleeding eyes are the ones that are dazzled.
Which one's the one that Jinx damaged, though?
The one between you and Jinx.
Okay. I am... I'm going to prepare my dagger first.
One action.
I'm gonna.
You need to sustain shield if you want to keep shield up.
I will.
All right. You sustain the spell, and that means that you raise the shield again, so your armor class is back up to 18. Thank you, circumstance bonus.
I'm also gonna duck low and
Alright.
shank this one. That's dazzled.
Okay. All right. So, well, dazzled. Okay.
And
Her
they
armor
should
class.
also be
You've got flanking
flanked,
because of
too.
Leftman, so her armor class is reduced by 2. Roll me a dagger attack. 9 isn't
9.
going to do it.
Damn it.
All right. Carmine, it is your turn.
I'm gonna get up, which is an action, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm a little weak. I'm a little dizzy, but I'm gonna point my finger at that fucker that's closest to me and try and cast Ill Omen.
Okay. All right, so that is going to be a will saving throw.
Fuck me. I'm a little dizzy. It's fine.
That's a success. All right. Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Leftman, it's your turn.
Oh, that's right. We reverted the down.
Yeah.
My bad. I forgot.
No, it's cool.
Because I was like, wait a minute. I
Wait,
should
what?
still have.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, okay. I should still have the bomb in my gauntlet because a minute
You do?
is a minute the exact same in turn order as it is in D&D.
Yes. Each round is approximately 6 seconds, so 10 rounds is a minute.
Okay. So in that case, this one right here. Actually, how's everybody doing on health?
Very poorly.
Does anybody aside from me have healing?
Nope.
Yep.
Oh man.
Not in combat. Jeff has a little bit.
That's not true. I have it in combat.
Jeff has a little bit. But he can't use it while he's raging.
So I guess the first thing I'm gonna want to do,
Mhm.
I'm gonna want to do a gauntlet on this guy right there.
All right. I'm going to ask that you not roll until I tell you to, because you have flanking, so their armor class is reduced by 2. Roll me a gauntlet to strike.
Okay.
I tried. I tried really
did.
hard, folks. I tried to save him from himself, and it just did not happen. The dice are
Nope.
out on your side. And
They never
your
are.
dice hate you. That's all I have to say. So that's going to miss.
No. Okay, with that miss, because the penalty is too much for me to want to try to take it again. How far am I?
I don't know
Stride.
how far you are from what,
Actually-
so I don't know what to say.
I'm not gonna stride. You think I can hit Chef from here? I kind of want to try to hit Chef from here with the potion.
Well, his armor class is reduced by 6.
Actually,
so
if I
you
stride,
might actually be able to.
hold on. If I, whoops, I'm trying to measure this out. There we go. If I stride over here, I can do that, right? It's not gonna. It doesn't
Yeah.
instigate any of you.
They
Okay,
do
and
not
then
have
I still
reactive strike.
get
You still get flanked on the
flanking for Aki, and then
Yeah.
it gets me closer to being able to hit Chef, so that way I don't have to worry as much. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna stride,
Okay.
move on over.
All right. Roll
And then I
me
will use that
a,
last action.
Roll me a
for
bomb
that.
attack. This is your second. I need to build you just like a generic bomb.
Probably.
So that's going to be Can you please, for the range strike, is there an option for you to click number 2?
Um,
Kindly
number
do so.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you strike, there should be like a number 2
I have
and a
it.
number
I
3
have
down
that.
there at the bottom. Yes, that was what I was looking for. Okay,
Okay.
Chef. Chef, you wake to a very strange feeling of something splashing against your face. You are no longer dying, you are wounded, and I need you to roll me a d6, please, Chef.
I don't get extra for him critically hitting me.
Roll me 2d6, Chef. Alright. You are alive at 5 hit points. However, you are at wounded 1. And that's going to be it for Lefman. Chef, it is now your turn.
Okay, mechanical question.
Yes.
It says while I'm raging, I cannot do anything where you have to concentrate. Are you
Yes.
saying that with Battlefield Medicine I would need to concentrate? Because it is not mentioned anywhere in there.
Battlefield Medicine. That is not the correct action. I am looking for...
It's under General Feats.
Excuse me while I do some digging, folks.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, you're fine. Battle Medicine. That's what I was looking for. Okay.
Yeah, it's under my General
a
Feats.
general healing manipulate skill. It does not have the concentrate trait. However, you fell unconscious, so you're not raging anyhow. Battle Medicine is 1 action.
Okay. I'm going to stand up.
That's 1 action.
If I were to move, say, right here, would that one be...
Striding is 1 action.
Would she be flanked? Would I get the same bonus as flanking since she is flanked by Lefman and Aki?
Because you have Jinx and Aki on opposite sides of you, I'm going to say that that's going to be good enough for government work.
Okay.
Even though if you were trying to do it with only one of them, it would not qualify.
Oh, no, I just mean since this particular one right here is already flanked, the one I'm right
that
next
is on
to...
a case-by-case basis.
Okay. So I would not get the flanking.
Excuse me.
Because I'm saying that Jinx and Aki together are going to be good enough for government work, you will, but ordinarily, no, you wouldn't.
Okay, and I'm going to try and hit, which I have not been very successful with.
Roll me a strike. Alright, so you're flanking, which means that their armor class is reduced by 2. Which puts them at 13. So congratulations, you just crit. And cleaved one of them completely in
Oh my
half.
god, I just saw that critical damage.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Fucking barbarians, y'all.
Bitches.
And
Spit
he
on
rolled
them.
max damage. He rolled max damage. Jesus.
That's it for me.
Uh,
Would that be some natural intimidation?
Jeff, I need you to roll me intimidation, please. All right. So we have the one in the middle there is now frightened of Chef and is going to start quaking in her boots and is going Aki, I believe that you have a thing that
I
triggers when
do.
somebody's
I was just about to
right?
say I get temporary hit points when someone is frightened near me.
3 is higher than these person's level. That's going to, and they are going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What level are
And
they?
they are level 0.
Oh, so it's 3.
It would
Okay.
be 3, yeah. Then we have the next one making a will save. That was this one here, who can't really see very well, so she's going to stay brave. Then we have the one just south of Aki, who's going to do that, and they are not going to stay brave. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they are going to just run for the hills. And then we have this one who's up here and a little bit further away, and is also going to stay brave. Okay. So we have Aki. She's going
Yes.
to the one down here next to you is going to start by taking a swing in your general direction. You have your shield raised,
Yes.
so she is going to trip and fall and eat a whole lot of dirt. Also, she's still dazzled. So-
She is.
Well, yeah, she would have been able to make that attack, but yeah. So she's going to eat all kinds of dirt. And then she is going to pick herself up and pick up her axe again. And that's going to be her entire turn. Then back here, we are going to have somebody who she's going to scream about Chef being some kind of a monster, and that's going to be 25 on the Chef. Chef, you take 3 points of piercing damage. And then she's going to shoot again. And her bowstring is going to snap. And she's going to drop it and pull out an axe. And that's going to be her entire turn. Jinx, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna try and kick the knee of the person attacking me to my bottom right and see if I can't get her down on her knees.
Okay. Would you like a suggestion?
Sure.
Stride here
Okay.
to give you flanking.
Yeah, I can't tell on here what counts as flanking, what doesn't. See, to me it looks like
You
I'm
are-
behind her.
When you are
That's-
directly across from an ally, when you are directly across somebody. So, for example, for you and Aki, you need to be here.
Gotcha.
If you were here, it wouldn't work. If you were here, it wouldn't work. I let Bob have it because he
There
had
was one on
somebody
each
on
side,
either
and-
corner.
Gotcha. Okay.
And honestly, I felt like you guys needed a win, but that's completely beside the point.
Did I just use an armed fist because I don't have a kick
And
attack?
Fist is a stand-in for all unarmed strike. So yeah.
So I try to kick, I lose my balance, and I stumble backwards.
Mm-hmm. And that's 2 actions.
I'm gonna throw my dagger.
At her?
Yeah.
You're 5 feet away. Is there a reason you're not just stabbing her?
Yeah, I'll try stabbing.
Okay. Please make sure that you click the number 2.
Oh.
But you know what?
It
On
wouldn't be a
a
number.
what is a 21, I'll just allow it. And kindly roll me an additional d6. -3, not -63. Minus 63 would have been a very different encounter. So yeah, you stab this one in between her legs, and you're still going digging for that femoral artery, and you're still not quite there yet. But you see a flash of red, and you feel good about yourself. You are contributing. You are strong. You can do this. It's Aki's turn. It's Aki's turn. Carmine, you're on deck. Aki, you are feeling really, really good. Listening to the sound of somebody soiling their pants always just gets you going.
I got a little quick rush of energy, and I see that this one has a very exposed stomach, and I'm gonna quickly pull out my knife and go stab.
You already had your knife drawn. So, yeah, stab. Roll me a strike. 22. That is going to, on a natural 20. So so their armor class is normally 15. You are flanking her with Jinx, which means that her armor class is 13. Normally a 22 would not be a critical. However, on a natural 20, your rate of success is increased by a step. So you crit even though you only beat her armor class by 9.
Jeez.
That's going to be minus 8.
I want to get her like in the kidneys or something. Am I able to do that again?
Yeah, you can absolutely attack again, but make sure that you click the number 2 in your dagger area.
I missed the second one though.
A 6 is not going to hit, no. But you have a third action.
I'm gonna keep my shield up.
You are going to sustain your shield. Okay. Carmine, it's your turn. Leftman, you're on deck.
I'm going to try and buzzing bites, the one that we're deleting.
Okay. That's going to be a fortitude saving throw.
Ow.
That's an 11. Please roll me 1d4. You summon a swarm. You point at her and say something in a language none of the others understand that was taught to you by your frog buddy. And a swarm of biting and stinging insects comes over this person and starts to do really, really disturbing things like crawl into their mouth and start biting and stinging.
Eesh.
And crawling into their ear canals and stinging them there. And you think that she's trying to scream, and she cannot. Because she's dead. And that's one action.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to try and daze the one north of us.
Alright. Do you have the daze spell?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Fantastic. Range of 60 feet. Alright. And that's going to be a will saving throw for courtesy of her.
Bam.
And that is going to unfortunately succeed. Which means... Excuse me while I check something real quick.
I think she just.
I think it just straight up doesn't affect
Yeah, half damage,
It
1d6, please.
Oh, have to.
Yeah,
half
you
damage
still
on a
do
success.
damage. You just don't daze or stun them.
So that's going to be -2 for half damage. And because in Pathfinder you always want to round it down. And Leftman, it is your turn. Chef, you are on deck if Leftman doesn't throw a bomb.
Did somebody say throw a bomb? Actually, hold on. Before I do that, I neglected to measure out the distance.
stride closer and chuck a bomb at her. Not sure how hard this is.
Exactly. All right. I'm moving. I'm striding.
All right. Okay.
Oh, wrong tool. 5, 10. 10's a reasonable distance. I'm perfectly okay here.
Yep.
And then, just because I don't want her getting any closer, and I want them dead.
Mhm.
I wasn't trying to roll
Okay.
that. I keep trying to link it in chat, but it works. I'll chuck
right.
that bomb.
All right. So you're going to throw a frost vial.
See.
All right. So, dirty 20. That's going to hit. And you hear square in the chest, and when things get really cold, they get smaller, and you watch as her lungs cave in
Oof.
from the air in them, suddenly growing suddenly being alchemically frozen. And people don't live through that sort of thing.
As I see them go down, I want Leftman to say, "That's how cold your mother was in the grave."
Dang.
And well, folks, that is it for the combat. So that
We
didn't
We
go
should not
how
have
I
lived.
expected it to.
We should not have lived.
When can't nobody hit the broadside of a goddamn barn?
Level 1, everybody, level 1.
But when the
We
one
made it through.
when the one attack you make cleaves someone in half, that helps.
Mm-hmm.
I got one potion left, y'all. What the fuck? About to just
So
have us
I'll-
all stand in a circle and I'll toss it at our feet.
that's
Or
an
we
actual-
could take a break and I could start medicining people.
I would also
That's
point
another
out
great idea.
that you have a infused reagents equal to 1 plus your intelligence modifier, and you can use them for quick alchemy. Whenever you need a specific alchemical item on the fly, you can make it using quick alchemy.
But I don't have the required items. No.
What are you talking about? You have the infused reagents.
Oh, okay. I get it. I think I get it now.
Yeah.
Well, if we're taking a quick 5 to medicine up, then I would like to use an infused reagent to make some more elixirs. Is it 1 for 1, or how does that work entirely?
So
I'm trying to
keep
find
in
the rule
mind,
set on this.
Alchemist is in Player Core 2. All of this is going to change on like Wednesday.
Oh, great.
So I'm sorry. So you have a certain number of batches of infused reagents.
Yeah, because I see
For
one
every
here.
one of these infused reagents, you can use quick alchemy to just make an alchemical consumable item in the middle of combat.
Okay.
You can also use each of these batches of infused reagents to make permanent alchemical items, but you make 2 of them. And it'll take you about an hour.
Okay. When you
Do
mean
that for-
permanent,
They
what do we
last
mean
for
permanent
24
here?
hours.
Okay. Okay.
But you have your level plus your intelligence modifier. So, excuse me while I grab your character sheet. So you have 5 of these infused reagents.
I only see one here on current.
It's a lie.
Okay. 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 I was
You
just
have
making
5
sure.
of these infused reagents, and you can select, and you can use those 5 however you like. Like
Okay.
I said, on Wednesday, this is changing to a somewhat different system that, because you're a bomber, lets you throw acid bombs, only they light the people on fire. It's kind of wild, but we'll
Yeah.
get there when we get there.
Can I start treating people?
Oh god, you guys were just out of town.
Yeah. Can I start treating people?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you can
Yes.
start treating people. I mean, you
raw
could
medicine.
go back and just rest in the inn. That's an option.
We could also camp
All things
out.
considered, that might not be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
I would be down for going back and eating and inning.
Okay, so excuse me while I grab.
That work for everybody?
So treat wounds
down.
is
Yeah.
10 minutes per person.
Yes.
So you guys are just going back to town?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we'll
it'll
hit
be-
up.
All right.
We'll hit up
Get
there
the shop.
Enough
midday.
excitement for the day.
We need to resupply before we head back out of the road.
Folks are you guys are having a bad time, and that's okay.
So,
As you approach the bridge to Virhinyatska, one of the guards stops you. What the hell happened to the 5 of you?
Moon's on it. Got a supply up. We're going back.
Take care, mind the manticore, and remember it doesn't like fire.
I do not think that will be a problem anymore.
All right.
Just remember not to get too angry, Chef.
What the hell are you talking about? I'm gonna do this shit all the goddamn time. That was awesome.
All right, so you guys are just go into the inn and stables, the bed and
Yes.
breakfast.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We're gonna sleep and get drunk and
There's a lot of what the fuck happened to you guys, because you guys have not taken any time to treat your wounds. You, other than the bare minimum of alchemical healing courtesy of Lefman, you have not done any. You have not taken any potions. You have not used any resources. You have not done a damn thing to cover the fact that you guys kind of just got your asses kicked.
I don't think there was a kinda to it.
I think it's a full ass kicking that happened.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Jinx has got like petechial hemorrhaging in her eyes, and she's got a slash on her head, and she's got blood everywhere. She's a hot mess.
All right, so welcome to Pathfinder. Once again, the rules have changed. Once per 24 hours, while you take a period of rest, you heal naturally, regaining hit points equal to your Constitution modifier times your level. Chef, you're going to need to treat wounds, and you're probably going to want Leftman's help passing around healing potions in order to actually get people healed up.
Yeah, what do I need? Do you have medicine checks?
Medicine checks all around.
So I
And
have a
I need you to
constitution
tell
of
me-
0,
Then
so I get nothing.
I will give you a minimum of 1.
We're working on that. We're working on the healing. Okay, you need
so-
4 more.
So treat wounds. You are trained in medicine, so the DC is 15. But so long as you don't critically fail, you can keep try. You can try again in the next hour. So who's this one for?
That's gonna be Carmine.
Carmine, roll me 2d8. You regain 12 hit points as Chef wraps your wounds up, and you are no longer wounded. Chef, who's next?
That's probably who has the worst ratio
Aki's at
right
3,
now.
Jinx is at 4, Leftman's at 5, and you're at 2.
Aki is next.
All right. 16. Aki, roll me 2d8.
Oh, 2d8. 11.
You recover 11 hit points.
It's exactly what I needed.
I'll do what I can.
Thanks, Chief. Chef.
Wait, is his name Chief Chef or Chief Chef?
Chief Chef.
All right.
Yep. We're gonna go with that.
Alright, Jinx next.
Another 16. Jinx, roll me 2d8. You regain 13 hit points. Why the hell couldn't you guys roll this well during the combat? What the fuck?
I know, right? Furman.
Yeah.
All right. On a failure, he does not regain hit points. However, because it is not a critical failure, he
I can try
does not
again.
take damage.
Okay.
Leftman, would you like to, I don't know, alchemy up some healing potions for yourself? Because the cooldown
With-
on treat wounds is an hour
With infused
You have-
reagents?
with infused reagents.
Is it a 1-for-1? So for each infused reagent I make, it's 1 elixir of life.
So once again, you can do this in 2 ways. You can use the quick alchemy action, which is which is so fast you can do it in combat, or you can do the advanced alchemy activity, which is your daily preparation thing, and it normally takes about an hour.
Okay.
Which you guys are in town, so it's okay if you take an hour to do it around lunchtime.
Let's do the advanced alchemy one, and it
Okay.
just uses
For every infused
1.
reagent, you get 2 of whatever item you're getting, and they
Okay.
last for 24 hours.
Let's do. Oops.
And it can be anything that you have of the recipe for.
Actually, I don't have a recipe for elixir of life.
You have the minor elixir of life
Oh
recipe.
wait, really?
It's right there under elixirs.
Oh, okay. I just thought that it was a thing that I had, not that I knew the recipe.
Nah, these are the recipes that you know.
Okay, so in that case, let's. I want to use 2 infused reagents using the advanced alchemy,
Okay.
and that means I get 4.
Yep. That you
Right?
can just pass around.
Or
Or
okay, and then
drink
start.
all of yourself. You tell me.
I'm gonna use. We use 2 on chef, and hold on, because I need to see how much this heals
That's going to
again.
be 2d6, if I'm remembering correctly.
It actually doesn't say here. Hold on. Does it say there?
Yeah.
No.
Elixir of Life minor, you heal 2d6.
Is that each or?
Per. No, I'm sorry. You heal 1d6 per, so it's
Okay.
2d6 total. All right, Chef, you regain 11 hit points. Leftman, you're taking the other 2.
Yeah.
All right, roll me 2d6.
No.
Leftman, you are healed for 6.
Can I try
Oh
again?
no, if only you could. Yeah, that takes him about an hour. You can also treat wounds on yourself.
I don't know why it didn't take what I put in here.
Fuck it. Can I use another infused reagent to make using advanced alchemy to make 2 more? So that way
Yeah.
we just have some for the road.
But Chef, roll me another medicine check, please.
That should
All
hopefully
right.
put Leftman to good.
18 is going to succeed, so roll me 2d8s.
Leftman 2d8.
Huh? Oh.
No, chef, that's on you.
I wanted to
You are-
fill him up.
Well, yeah, but while he's doing all
Whoa.
of this alchemical stuff, you can treat your own wounds.
He's trying to do what?
6.
All right. So
I'm at
chef
19.
regained 6 hit points,
That
which
puts me.
puts you at 19 out of 24. And then Leftman, you're making a couple more elixirs of life.
See. But those are for the
All
road.
right.
I'm not
Okay.
using them.
I want to try and patch him up, and I want to make sure we have enough stuff from the alchemist before we go.
All right.
I am not showing my face in that shop.
You give me a piece of paper with the list, brother, and I'll go get it for you. Fuck.
Leftman's just gonna reach into his pocket and hand him these crumpled up pieces of paper. Whatever you can find.
I'm betting 1,000 on healing Leftman here.
Yeah, 12 isn't going to work.
I'm gonna.
Jinx, what do you mean your token isn't updating?
I'm seeing 4 for my health.
I
Okay.
see 14
Yeah,
on my end.
mine it wasn't updating either for some reason.
Yeah, I'm at
I
2.
guess it's just me.
No, it's
I
me
see the
as
11
well.
in the red circle, but I don't see it whenever I hover it.
Mine should be 14. But
I've
it's
been
not
noticing it. It's
updating
like
the
a little
bar.
weird
It's
and funky,
all-
but it's okay.
It's all correct to me.
Yeah.
That's all I've got.
I want to go to the shop and buy him some stuff to fill in for what he's missing.
Okay, the alchemist is over here, or you can go to Fantasy Bass Pro.
He's about to find out
Do
why
they-
I robbed the dude.
Do they have fantasy? Do they have stuff at Fantasy Bass Pro for this?
They have finalized products, but they probably aren't going to have raw materials.
I'm gonna go over here and do that. How much is a potion? Just out of curiosity. Like what he's making.
The
What are we
kinds of
talking?
potions that he's throwing around are 3 each, 3 gold each. And raw material. And you open the door. Hello there. How can I help you? A decrepit old man is standing behind a desk in what appears to be something that I can generally call an ADHD nightmare zone. There's there's bizarre ingredients in what you would think of immediately as buffet tables, but they're each like piled up 6 inches above the lips of the bins. There's off to your right is a variety of workstations. All of them are piled high with books and papers and whirligigs and thingamabobs. Off to your right is dozens of different kinds of potions and all the different colors of the rainbow, and at seemingly absolutely no organization whatsoever. And there's how can I help you, young man?
I need to purchase some of your most adequate supplies for making certain items, please, sir.
Well, what exactly do you need then? I have many supplies.
Above table, will you give it to me if I just hold up the list and read off the ingredients that he needs to make the thing?
He'll have everything that Leftman is looking for. Fair warning, these prices might get a little steep.
I'm thinking about that. The thing where he can make it quick, would that be any cheaper?
Okay, the infused reagents are not a thing that you can purchase. They are a thing that Lefman makes
Okay.
every day.
So, what are we talking to get like 2 of everything he's missing?
All right, so Lefman, how many? I am not going to count the
1, 2,
alchemical used.
3,
You have
4, 5, 6, 7.
7. You have 7 recipes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's only used the healing and
He's used.
Frost Vials, Steel Scour, and the Elixir of Lives.
You've used 3 of the elixirs of life. You used a frost vial and a steel scour, so you've used 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Alchemical items sell for at item level 1, which all of these are, sell for 3 gold pieces each, and raw materials are half that.
okay.
So we're looking at 7.5 gold to refill Lefman.
Okay, I'm down.
All right.
I'm gonna
Thank
throw.
you very
Big
much. Have a
baller.
nice day. And if I'm terribly sorry, you wouldn't happen to know a rat, would you? Like a giant talking rat.
The only rat I know took my wallet last week, and I'm hunting his ass. But no, I have
I'm
not
very
seen
sorry to
any.
hear that. He was a very kind young man.
I have not
Have a
seen.
wonderful day.
You as well, kind sir. Thank you. Okay, so you said Fantasy Bass Pro sells those minor elixir of life things he's got for like 3
Fantasy
gold
Bass
each.
Pro sells of basically anything that you could possibly want. It's a Fantasy Bass Pro shop.
And you said those are 3 gold each, correct?
They are 3 gold. Any of the alchemical items is going to be 3 gold each. If you are looking for if you're just looking at for healing,
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm looking for.
then a healing potion is going to be slightly more effective than an elixir of life.
Okay, and how much would those be? Mm.
Those are actually going to be 4 gold pieces each
Okay.
for a minor.
4 gold pieces each for a minor.
Mm-hmm.
And those will work on. Gold piece. Those will work on Carmine, correct?
Those will work on Carmi. Alchemical healing will work on her. Magical healing is the way that it heals is by imparting vitality energy, and vitality energy will light her on fire. I am speaking that is a little inaccurate. It will actually make her explode.
Oh,
Cool. And what is the silver to gold ratio?
10 silver to 1 gold.
Cool. So I have 13 gold there. 20, that'd be 80. I'm gonna buy 20.
All right, sir. That's
80 gold.
that's quite a lot.
I'm gonna put down the 5 platinum, so we're out of platinum.
Okay.
I'm going to put down 130 silver, so that'd be 63.
All right.
And then I'm going to put down 17 gold. Which would put me to.
And you count all of that out at the counter as they are like, there's like 3 employees. One is just was standing there watching you count. The other 2 have like a keg of healing potions that they're just desperately filling every vial they can find. one of them is grabbing thing. One of them is actively emptying other containers. What is that? It's a fried pesh. We don't need that. Empty that. Empty that and sell them the healing potion. What's that? That's snake oil. We don't need that either. Give him the healing potion. And they're like emptying out vials and filling it with healing potions for you. And you now are the proud owner of 20 minor healing potions.
Would that be the same as lesser?
No.
Okay.
There are.
So we need to add minor healing potions then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what
There are several levels of healing potions. Minor heal for 1d8 each. Lesser is a level up, or item level 3 and heal for 2d8 plus 5.
Out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
do they have a recipe for it?
Probably not, but if you talk to Rostislav over here, he might. And I
And
think
my
I gave
next-
you one anyway.
For a lesser?
Recipe for Tinder Twig.
Because I have
No.
minor. Well, lesser and
what I-
minor. Sorry.
No, what I did was I gave you lesser healing potions, and then I gave you the recipe to make Tinder Twigs. That was what I did.
Can't you say you gave him the recipe for both?
No,
Or no,
I did not give him the recipe for both.
Did he already have the recipe for the healing thing he's been using?
He has a recipe for a different kind of healing potion.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go back out. Everybody's still sitting in town around the fountain area.
Mhm.
Yes.
Let us do our best to make sure this bullshit never happens again. And I'm going to hand everybody 5 healing potions and Leftman the shit he needs to make stuff.
Well,
Okay.
So 5 healing potions. Are
That'll be
you said
4.
this was
4. Pardon me, 4. I got us 4
Okay.
each.
of the which ones? I'm sorry. The lesser
Minor healing potions.
Which heals for 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Question.
So we should all have a lesser healing potion as well. I forgot we had those.
Yeah, I was gonna
Did I
say
give you guys lesser healing potions? I thought I gave you guys minors.
I've
have
got
lesser.
a lesser.
So confused.
Okay, so you give
If
us
I ever
minors.
had
So
healing potions, I have no idea what I did with them.
Okay.
check your inventory.
Chef, I had misspoken earlier. That is a minor healing potion,
Okay, so we have
and
5.
I was still in D&D world.
So we have
So
5.
it is minor.
Yeah, everything. If it's stowed, then it should be minor.
Okay, we'll make that minor,
and I just-
and I'll delete the other one.
Buggered it up.
All good. So
I
we
apologize
should
for
all
that.
have 5 now.
DM, you're supposed to be perfect at all times. God damn it.
All right,
Just kidding.
I have like actual serious opinions about that, and if that's what you want, then I invite you to do my job.
No, I am not serious about that.
I invite you to do my job.
All right, I got a question. Mechanically,
Yes.
Nope, not doing
I don't
that.
know if there's anything in the rule book because I also haven't gotten that deep into it for that. Since I'm still trying to wrap my head around the basics, but are alchemists able to reverse engineer? Like if I decided to say take a minor healing
apart.
potion and say fuck
That
it, let's have a small tasting and try to piece it together.
That sounds fucking awesome. So let's.
Lefman's about to just start eating everything.
So it's kind of sort of like how Skyrim does it with
Yeah,
And-
like Skyrim and ESO.
alchemy.
That kind of just popped into my head with that too,
You
actually.
You
Yeah.
eat the materials, you learn the properties.
You know what? That sounds fucking awesome. I'll allow it on a crafting. Yeah, on a crafting skill check.
Okay.
And this will take you like the rest of the day.
Gonna look at the rest of the party. You doing
Actually,
anything else?
I would
Sleep, my
like to
dude,
sleep
sleep.
so I can heal the rest of my life back to normal here.
Would I be able to do the crafting thing prior to sleeping, DM?
Yeah, for sure.
Is it gonna require me to use up an entire minor healing potion?
You have the
How do we
recipe
wanna
for
work
a
it?
minor healing. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. You don't have the recipe for a minor healing potion. I'm getting them confused with the elixirs of life. Because, fuck me, I guess. Yes, it's going to take That depends on how well you roll, actually.
Okay, so you want me to roll crafting?
Roll crafting.
Okay.
I'm going to flat
Wanna
out
find
tell
it.
you the DC is 20.
Ha!
You figure so
Ha!
here's how this is gonna go. You figure out the recipe to make your own healing potions. You have now learned the recipe for healing potion.
Let's go.
However, it took you the entire bottle to do it.
That's okay. I think that's a fair trade-off.
I don't
So is
disagree.
It would not have. You would have gotten it in like 3 sips.
Is this just to make minors, or is this just to make healing potions, and then depending on what I want to attach or whatever, it might boost it? Trying to figure out how this might work.
It works. I have added minor healing potion to your
Okay.
elixirs options.
Okay, perfect.
That will be handy to have.
4 GP trait. And because I am a benevolent god, and also because it will make Carmine's life significantly easier, healing potions do not have the vitality keyword.
Let's go.
Thank God. Don't have to worry about our party member exploding from drinking a healing potion.
Excuse me, I'm going to grab this. I'm going to come down there. Benefit. But it
You know,
also means
I
that
know
you
it kind of.
can't use them as bombs against undead.
I was gonna
That's
go ahead and
fair.
say I know it kind of overcomplicates things, maybe just a little bit. I lost my train of thought. Dang it. Oh, there's the bomb modifiers. What was that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
because eventually you can take feats and stuff that mean that you can throw them farther.
What is it? I was trying to think
Uh,
about.
Oh yeah, Carmine, speaking of, I think I fixed it to where all your spells that had the spell DC should show the
Yeah,
spell DC too.
thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I don't remember what I was gonna ask, but if I remember it, I'll just whisper it.
Okay. I mean, I would also like to point out that you told me that you wanted to play one of the most complicated classes in the game, even though you're just starting out.
I
So
did, and I'm okay with
please
that
don't hold that
because
against me.
creativity. I just don't remember where I wanted to go with what I was gonna ask. It had something to do with Carmine, but I don't remember.
I don't know, but Carmine also decided that she wanted to play one of the most complicated classes in the game. We have 3 of the most complicated classes with so many moving parts, and then we have a rogue and a barbarian.
Hey, let's go. I'm all for it.
All right, so let's go. Let's eat and go to bed. How much is it going to cost me
Alright.
for the hotel? They're going to give us a free night
say
since I
it's-
overtipped.
There you go.
No, they're just going to expect you to overtip
Mhm.
again. I'm going to say that it was something like 5 silver a room.
5 silver a room.
So you guys split across 3 rooms, so 15.
15 silver. I'll give them 2 gold.
All right.
Okay, what do we heal for sleep now?
All right. You regain hit points equal to your Constitution modifier with a minimum of 1 multiplied by your level. You guys are level 1, so you gain your Con modifier.
Okay, so I'd be at 23.
And that's for health recovered.
And if we have a
Con
0,
modifier, health recovered. Minimum of 1 multiplied by your level.
Oh,
so
multiply.
1.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Oh, yeah. That'd be the same thing.
Up to
I
your
had
max.
I had
Mhm.
full health, so
Yeah.
I should
And then we can set out again tomorrow.
So when Lefman drank that, did he get healed by that potion that he drank to try and learn the ingredients?
Actually, yeah, Leftman rolled me a D8.
I didn't even think about that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Is it just a flat D8? It's not like a D&D where you have to add a con?
D8 plus nothing. You regain 4 hit
Cool.
points up to your maximum of 16.
Well, that puts me at my 16.
Yep. And in the morning, you set out once again.
Can I, by chance, get a lucky biscuit to put me at my maximum?
No,
Dick.
nah, that's not how this is going to go. As you guys spend the first few hours coming on out, you are crossing the road and you see a familiar and somewhat disheveled looking tree. You guys didn't try to bury bodies, you didn't try to loot anything. It looks like some kind of large wild animal came in through the night and just mauled what was left of these bodies and like flew or ran away with half of them. So yeah, no more bodies. Which means you guys completely missed out on the opportunity to loot. And I would say sorry, but I'm not.
honestly
Not sorry either.
Looting's nice, but living's better.
Since the bodies disappeared on the board, I didn't know it was an option, so fair enough.
I didn't want you guys to get confused being like, this one is still here. So I'm going to try to hit it. That I would have been like, but they dead.
Remind me never to
You
insult
come to a
anyone's
fork in the
mother
road
again.
with a sign pointing to your left, Orva. Then underneath of it scrawled is the words mining town. And then to your right is Slachow via the river. So you guys think that the road's gonna follow the river to Slachow? Seems like a pretty basic tag.
should we make a detour to the mining town?
I have attack trauma, so I'm going to keep a dagger in my hand.
Okay.
At this point, we have already lost a day. We might come visit Orva on our way out.
Fair
after delivering the letters.
All right. Leftman, roll me a d20, please.
Aye, aye. I want Leftman to have a potion in his mouth, if that's
Okay.
okay. Ah, shit.
You guys are walking
Well.
along. You realize the road starts to run very, very parallel to the river. It's not quite along the riverbank. But you think that this road grew out of essentially the mule trail that was used by traders moving up and down this river. Aki, I'm very glad that you didn't start singing that because I would have gotten upset.
Do we see anything? Anything need to keep an eye out for?
You see some fruit trees that you think will be edible in a couple of months. But you're keeping an eye on the sky. Jinx is keeping an eye on the road. Now you guys haven't seen anybody coming through yet. Like the most exciting thing that's going on is like you're starting to walk along this hill ridge to the north of you.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys can get about this far along the road today.
All right.
Let's do it.
Chef, I need another D20, please.
Aye, Captain. What the shit?
Another quiet day. Another quiet, calm moment. Nothing weird's happening. Nobody's trying to claim that this is a toll road. You don't see anything in the sky. Come around. And there is actually, I think it's here at the corner. There's another small fork in the road next to a copse of trees, and there's a sign pointing into the copse that says campsite free to fair travelers.
Sweet.
Yeah, I want to check it out.
I'm always down for camping under the stars.
Carmine, Furman, what y'all think?
As long as we live, I don't care.
As long as Sebastian can dip his toes in the water, then we're fine.
I'm doing all right. Just do me a favor and walk down to the river there and get another bucket full of water, would you?
Of course.
Thanks, Dollface.
All right, so let's go check out the campsite.
All right. You quickly recognize that this is not one campsite; it is multiples. It appears to be relatively well maintained. By which I mean it looks like somebody came in the past 5, maybe 10 days. There's a small sign that says, with a list of rules, and it's the basics: clean up after yourself, don't leave garbage lying around, get water out of the river, so you might want to boil it, and don't start any fires that you can't put out.
Are there
And
any
then,
rules of bathing in the river?
no, you're an adult. If you want to bathe in the river, you're entitled. But there is a rather comedic picture of a very serious looking minotaur wearing a bearskin up on it, so that the bear's face is appearing over his face. pointing at you, and underneath of it is
my
only you can
God.
prevent only you can stop wildfires.
I knew exactly where that was going.
As soon as you said bear
Outstanding.
skin, I was, oh my God.
Outstanding.
And he's got like horns sticking out on either side of the bear. Only you can stop wildfire.
So I guess start setting up camp and making dinner and boiling water and all that fun stuff.
All right.
And I would suggest that Lefman set up his table and start crafting stuff since he's got stuff to craft, if he didn't do that last night.
I sure will be because I did not do it last night.
How does the water look in the river? Is it like
It's
looks-
clear and it's moving fast.
woo? Is it cold, like super chilly?
Define super chilly.
Well, to
It
be
is
fair,
definitely bracing.
okay. I was gonna say I live in the desert, so I can't tell you if it's so.
It is definitely bracing. You get into it and you kind of want to shake it out of you, and then you remember that you are in fact masquerading as an elf, and elves don't shake.
Yeah. Aki is just gonna walk up to the party and he's just gonna say, I'm gonna wash off real quick. And he's gonna try and find like a little private area as he can in this open river.
There's some like chest high boulders that are sticking out into it. That you think that looking at you think may have been moved by a collection of minotaurs who wanted a little bit of privacy in the past.
Yeah, and Aki will
Some of
just
them may show signs of having been worked or otherwise levered into position.
Aki will just gingerly unclothe and bathe. But quickly bathe because it's too cold.
It is very cold. And as the sun starts to go down and the wind starts to blow through, you get out of the water and you realize that maybe, just maybe, this was not the best life choice that you've ever made. And you dry yourself off as quickly as you can and throw on a set of clothes as the wind rustles through the trees. Everybody gets to sleep.
I'm gonna lay as close to the fire as I can without getting caught on fire.
All right. And in the morning, you wake up to the smell of fresh air, earthy soil, and a bubbling river. Everybody's going to pack up. Aki, Lefman, and Carmine are going to take the hour that it takes to break camp to focus themselves and do their daily preparations. So you guys get spell slots back. Yay!
Hey.
Am I back to
Does that
full?
mean I'm able to use my table?
Yes.
Sweet.
You get another set of infused reagents that you can use.
Does that mean I'm
It's
back
just
to
one
full?
per day? Or is
You
it
get them
5?
You get 5 per
Okay,
day.
so it refills.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for my formulas and elixirs, am I able to use my table for that in the morning or? Okay. And it was to replenish what I use. So I went for reaching up. Okay, so I used up all the equipment that it gave me earlier.
You aren't trying to go particularly fast, but yeah, it just gives you. But you take your time, you make sure you do things right. I'm not going to ask for a roll this time. And yeah, you have 4 of everything except for the minor healing potions. And Aki, you're up to
Yeah.
full spell slots. You've got your focus points. You're ready to go. Carmine, you are a prepared spellcaster, so it's a little harder for you, but you decide what you're going to have prepared. Going to take a look over here. So you have 2 spell slots, and you can have you have 2 first rank spells prepared and 5 cantrips. And I'm going to let you make the decision of what you're going to have prepped. And yeah, in the morning we're going to set off once again for Slot Shop. Jinx, roll me a d20, would you kindly? All right. You guys continue following the road. It's pleasant, it's quiet, it's calm. If there's anything that anybody would like to talk about, now is the time. But failing that, if I had a roll recently, Aki, roll me a d20.
D20. Here we go. Huzzah.
All right. Yeah, you guys are like super serious. And Carmine, one last d20 roll. It is calm and quiet as you make your way into Slot Shop. Let me just. Welcome to it. It is a town that you think would have been calm if there isn't a large explosion from kind of the middle of everything right as you guys walk into town.
The hell was that?
I don't know, but you guys look around and it doesn't seem like anybody gives a shit.
All right.
I'm going to get you guys set up singularly again. So if you guys decide to split up, gang, you can do that.
No. Who are we going to see again?
I'm little. I'm staying with the big people.
We didn't get a name from him, just to pick up an order for Canis.
Did we get a location for their order?
Just Slideshow. That's all he said.
He's picking up a book order. You're going to the bookstore.
Okay.
Is there anybody out in the streets?
Yeah, there's a fair few.
Any adults?
Yeah.
Walk up to an adult.
All right. Hello, how can I help you?
Would you be so kind as to point us to the bookstore, please, sir?
Berminovich sells books. He points along the road. If you follow this road across the bridge, is on the other side.
And would you by chance know what the hell was that explosion?
That was the Kenyas. He likes to make things go boom.
I can dig it. Good shit.
Everybody's got something. His thing is
Explosions.
he gestures like he's rubbing something between his fingers. He makes it is almost like a sand that ignites.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah.
That is fascinating.
It would be more fascinating if it didn't wake my child.
I am sorry for
And
that,
he looks
sir.
at you with the kind of look that you only get when you are dealing with a new parent.
You go about your day, and thank you so much for your help, sir. It is greatly
Have a nice-
appreciated.
I don't recognize you, so welcome to Slot Show, I suppose.
Thank you. Looking around, can we see the Kenyas?
No.
Fair enough. Yeah,
The
well,
Kenya is going to be a very, very going to probably be a very large Minotaur. And while there are a handful of Minotaurs going around, they are clearly goons of some variety or another. And most of them are carrying um, a bizarre pole arm where the haft is about 5 feet long, and then there's like a 2-foot tube, and like off of the tube is what kind of looks like an axe head or spear.
like gun shaped. Not that we would necessarily know that.
Like really early Chinese rifle with a bayonet attached, where it's like a
Oh,
tube
that's
on the
cool.
end of a stick.
That's cool.
Yes, but they only trust the Minotaurs with them for a reason.
Business first, and then what do you say we seek out and can't see if we can find out about that there exploding powder for our little buddy here?
Sounds like a plan to me.
You good with that, Furman? I thought I saw a twinkle in your eye when they mentioned exploding sand.
Also heard the explosion on top of it.
Furman is currently indisposed.
Fair enough.
Thank you for the heads up.
He's so excited that he's speechless.
So I guess start heading towards the bookstore.
Mhm. I haven't marked on the map, so I'm just going to tell you guys that you like ask a couple of other people for directions and you get there.
Is there still explosions as we're walking by, or is it like just almost like a clock tower that they set off the explosions?
There's not another one while you guys are taking the 10 minutes to walk across town. No.
Okay.
You guys reach the building that you were pointed at as the bookstore. There's a big sign up top. Vikar Perminyevich. Fine scrolls and books.
Guess I'm gonna head in.
All right. The first thing you notice is the armed guard. And the second thing you notice is there's like a 5-foot tall counter. And then perched behind it on what appears to be a ladder or a stool that is 6 feet tall is a imperious looking goblin. Hello, how can I help you?
We are here to pick up an order for a Mr. Canis Gordon who?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that name. It's starting to lean forward towards you.
Aki, you in here with me?
Are you perhaps mistaken regarding the name?
I don't think so. My buddy might be more well spoken than I am.
I don't know about that. I think we chose the worst two people to talk about this, but let me see if I can find it here.
Ah, yes, now you have a friend. How can I help you?
We are picking up a series of books for a client of ours.
Yes, yes, but who is the client?
Let me
Canis
grab.
Gordio.
Yes,
I'm sorry, what was that?
Aniscordio?
Yes, but your friend said it.
Yeah,
So
Canis
tell
Gordon
me, do you
who?
just deliberately get names wrong behind people's backs? Hmm.
No, sir, I do it to their face as well.
Hmm.
To
I
be
do not care
fair,
for disrespectful people. And he points to the door. You may go now. Shoo.
Yes'm.
Now then. You are collecting an order for Mr. Gordio, yes?
yes, sir.
Excellent. Which order?
All of them.
Excellent, excellent. So that's going to be the order placed last month and then the reserve that came in recently. Excellent, excellent. And he pulls out 2 books and he wraps them in a brown wax paper and he ties them up with a length of twine. And he writes on it in flowing script, to Gordio. Um, and then he pulls a stamp out and he stamps Perminyovich fine scrolls and book, the same design that is on the sign out front onto the wrappings. Here you go.
Thank you, kind sir.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Would you perhaps like to make a purchase for yourself? Hmm.
I was just about to say, I might have to take a look at your collection here. You have a very
Excellent.
fine establishment here.
I am the greatest bookseller in the Knyaz Dominion, and I take great pride in that.
Uh, by curiosity, do you have any alchemic recipe books?
Hmm.
Just
And he
simple
starts to rub at
potion.
his chin a little bit. I have several alchemical textbooks. However, if you are working with a particularly skilled alchemist, then alas, many of them are similar to wizards. They use notations that only make sense to themselves or to others who trained with them.
I have a friend of mine that dabbles in
Isn't
the.
that delightful looking rat thing that just came in through the door?
That'll be him, yes.
Excellent. Why isn't he trying to order for himself?
Well, you see, it was supposed to be a surprise gift,
Hmm.
but the cat's out of the bag, as they say.
I suppose so. Hmm. And he rolls his eyes back and he scratches at his chin a little bit. Ratman,
Yeah.
what is your goal alchemically?
I'm gonna walk up to the desk,
The desk is
and
taller than you are.
I am going to walk up to the desk
Okay.
and attempt to put the crumpled up formula papers onto the
Okay.
table.
Aki is
All
And
right.
gonna boost him up a little bit.
and say, "See these formulas? Well,
Yes.
turns out you're supposed to keep them in a book, but
That is
well, I
one
happen
option.
not to have
Yes.
one."
Ah. So you're looking for a blank notebook or journal, and your
Preferably.
friend is looking for something that you can is looking for some way to teach you something new and different and exciting.
Both.
Hmm.
Both are good.
He flips around on his stool, starts climbing down, come disappears behind the desk, comes out around here. This is the moment when you all truly realize that he is shorter than Jinx. Pads his way deliberately across the room. You know, it's only a partial copy, so two, volume 2 out of 6 should be perfectly fine. And he reaches up and he pulls down a large textbook. And then as for journals, and he points to one of the bookcases, that's where I keep the journals and notebooks. You may take any. You may select whichever one appeals to you most. He's pointing at this one down here. Well, he's stalking his way back around and climbing back up onto his perch.
Everybody good?
Yes.
I mean, I told Leftman to go get a journal, and then he didn't do anything.
Sorry, I'm sipping on some water. I'm like my body's trying to have a coughing fit right now.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
Leftman's just gonna mosey his way on to the bookshelves and just start kind of rummaging around,
What
trying to see what he
what
finds.
size of a journal are you looking for?
Comically large.
Okay. Um, how comically large?
Like, how tall is Chef? Who's the tallest here?
Probably Chef. Chef, you're 6'2", right?
6'4".
Chef is 6'4". Honestly, the tallest one in the room right now is probably the orc, but Chef is the tallest one in the group.
I'm looking for something that looks like a regular book size
All right.
for Chef,
Okay.
and clearly comically large for me.
Okay, so we're talking like math textbook large.
Maybe like a tome. Yeah.
Okay. There's it's really delightful. It's brown leather. It's got it has like a strap that you can use to lock. Um, well bound, stone binding. Um, they see you find yourself a gorgeous, gorgeous journal.
Yep. This is the one. I'm taking it.
Excellent. Now, elf boy,
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
The journal is going to be 2 gold pieces,
Okay.
and he lifts the book that he pulled. Alchemical Adventures of My Alchemical Adventures, Volume 2. It's going to be 10.
Um, do you sell individual recipes by any chance?
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
If you were looking for scrolls, I would be able to do better than that. However, as previously mentioned, alchemists are more similar to wizards in that they tend to write things that do, or they tend to record formulae in a manner that only truly makes sense to them.
Understandable.
This, or rather, the writer of this one Ignatius Puppykicker of the illustrious von Puppykicker barony in the Emerald Empire, has recorded his misadventures and malcontented youth, the misadventures of his malcontented youth that consisted largely of taking various substances and recording their effects.
Fair enough. I'll just take the journal for now. And later on I might come back for the alchemy formulas. And he hands him
Hmm.
20 silver.
Go back. I don't care for silver. Exchange this for gold for the gentleman. And the orc guard walks up, takes a deep and long suffering sigh, counts out 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, Vicar, you really need to get over this. Silver is perfectly reasonable currency for people. I know, it's just, it says fine books and scrolls on the front of the building, and I like to live up to that. And then there's the sound of another giant explosion. What is the Kinyas getting up to? I don't know, he said something about figuring out how to take those rifles that he gives all of the Minotaurs and making them a little smaller so they kick a little bit less like a mule.
How long
Something,
has
something dislocating people's shoulders, knocking folks flat on their asses.
how long has he been doing this for?
Shit, long as I've been around. I only came in a couple years back. He's been Kenyas for how long now, Vicar? Oh, Mosen's been the Kenyas for 3 decades now?
Uh, do we do you know anything about how he came across this sand? Was he the one that invented it himself?
Hmm. I suppose that he'd be more likely to tell you the story, but it changes every time he asks. Every time somebody asks him what's going on. Um, the last time I asked him, he told me that it came to him in a dream.
Fair enough.
Not fair enough. He's clearly lying about something. I don't like it when people lie to me, especially not in my own store.
I I misspoke. I what I meant by that was based upon the type of person that he sounds like. Definitely sounds like something that he would say.
Hmm.
An inventor of sorts, having an ego, if I may
Hmm.
speak bluntly.
Authors and inventors. Hmm. I suppose that there is a little more overlap there than I would really than one would necessarily expect. However, thank you very much and enjoy your journal.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. We'll definitely be back
And of
to
course,
check
remember the
out.
package for Gordio.
Yes. Aki takes the perfectly wrapped package and
Mhm.
places it in his bag.
Mhm.
I'll definitely be back, sir. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Let's go, Leftman.
Right behind you. Ugh.
Well, we got our main. Also, why is there an Aki just floating in the river? My
You have an Aki
screen.
floating in the river? I see you like right
Oh,
here.
there he goes. He disappeared.
Okay, what special mushrooms are you on? Because I am not seeing that.
I did not
Why
see
aren't you
that.
sharing with the class?
It might have been a holdover from the previous scene where he is kind of in the middle there,
That was
but
crazy.
like,
Because I just see him, and then all of a
I don't
sudden
know,
he
man.
scooted away so fast. Oh man.
I don't know, man. Roll20 is just having a night. Um,
Yes.
Sure is.
Yes.
Well,
so are you
folks,
guys going to spend the night in town, or are you going to get back on the road?
I'd say we spend the night in town, see what the town has
I
to offer, see if maybe we
I
can
agree.
talk to the Kenyas in the
So the
morning.
town has 2 inns.
Ooh.
Bougie.
It is a more significant trading town than Verkhneyatska. It has it's built on a crossroads. This way. Is the Free Cities. This way is Tower Place.
Are you waving an invisible magic wand? Because I'm not seeing anything when you say this way.
The pink here. Hold on.
I am making pink text appear. And this way is
See Tower Place.
Leone.
Leone.
Leone is the largest city in the Kenyazi Dominion. But yeah, Slacho is kind of in the middle of everything. The Free Cities are directly to the north of us. Tower Place and the Majocracy of Whispers are east of here. Leone and Bergani, the other towns of the Kenyazi Dominion, are to the west, and Vierkhinyatka, which you guys are already familiar with, is south of here.
Did that help, Annie?
Or
Alright,
you
my mute
can
was on.
check the map.
There's a map.
There's a map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
So, where are the 2 hotels?
One of them is here, and the other is here.
Which one is the
What are
nicer one?
What are the vibes that they give
This
off?
one is nicer. this one has better music.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hmm.
We don't have a fantasy Travelocity or Expedia to get some reviews.
So yeah,
We can't. I mean, we can't ask the locals except, like, I guess we'll get a bias on like food and beverages, but not accommodations.
Also, if it's important to you, this one is further away from the center of town where there are explosions.
I think we have a wiener.
I think we do too.
Onwards.
So I'm gonna say we get a
To
room.
the magic powder.
Let's get some rooms lined out.
Let's get rooms, beverages, and sustenance.
And we can see what we can come up with. See if we can speak with the Kinyas in the morning about the boomstick.
And then make our way back to finish our errand that we've been sent on.
I'm kind of surprised that you guys haven't busted into that yet to see what the hell he's ordering.
Honestly,
Not our place.
yeah.
Honestly, I don't care as long as I get paid.
What's
I
in the
don't
bag?
I don't judge other people's choice of smut.
And
You
I've
don't know if it's smut or not.
and I've got a lot of money to recoup.
That's what I'm assuming it is.
Uh,
It's 100% smut, and that's why I'm keeping it wrapped.
you can wrap it up again afterwards.
I ain't gonna take that risk.
Oh my god. Okay.
The poor goblin man took such a nice time to wrap it and tie it. I'm gonna ruin it by being a snoop.
I would also assume the stamp kind of sealed it.
Nope.
That too.
Nope.
Well,
I mean, I've been playing with locks and getting into puzzles my whole life. If you really want to know, I can get that unpicked.
Well, let's get a couple beers and then we'll see where
Look,
this
I
party
just don't
heads.
care. So, I mean, y'all let me know.
honestly, you know what they say is curiosity killed the cat. I'd rather not be the cat in this situation.
But
I thought you guys
knowledge
walked
brought
into
him
the inn
back.
during this conversation.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
You see there, though, Aki, everybody forgets the second half of that quote. That's a two-parter.
Go on.
The quote is, give me a second while I recollect it, the exact wording of it. It says, what is it? Gotta remember the actual rest. It was, curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought him back.
Okay.
There is a
don't
large
get it either.
minotaur. There's a hulking minotaur sitting at one of the tables. Tell me, who are you to be so wise in the ways of cats?
There's also multiple ways that you could interpret satisfaction as well. So there's that too.
Hell if I know. They're just talking about little furry creatures and dying, and I don't get it. So, hi.
Hello. What is your name, little one?
I'm Jinx. Who are you?
It is a pleasure to meet you, Jinx. My name is Arthur.
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 Nice to meet you, Arthur.
It's
She reaches
pleasure
out
to
tiny
meet you
hand
as
out
well.
to the Minotaur. She reaches up so she can shake.
He reaches out his clenched fist with his pinky sticking out, and you grab a hold of it, and he shakes your hand with his pinky.
Perfect.
Oh.
So, I do not recognize you, so I suppose welcomes are in order. Welcome to Slasho.
Thank you, Arthur. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Indeed,
I'm Aki, by the way.
Arthur.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir. I'm Chef.
Guessing.
Is that your name, or is that your job?
That's what people call me, and that's my job.
Hmm. That seems kind of a reductive way to approach people. I do not like removing them and thinking of them only as their job. That would be like calling my friend Vladimir behind the bar, only ever calling him barkeep. He's a person, and he deserves to be recognized as such. And you are a person, and you deserve to be recognized as such. So the next time that somebody insists on calling you chef, I want you to punch them in the throat.
Yes, sir.
Or
Jinx
rather, the
leans
next
over
time
and just
somebody insists on calling you chef, instead of bothering to learn your name, punch them in the throat.
To be fair, we did ask his name multiple times, and he insisted on us calling him Chef too. So
If that is what he wants to be called, then that is what he wants to be called. If that is not what he wants to be called, then punch people in the throat until they call you what you want to be called.
Well, you see there, sir, there's a price that
Yeah?
comes along with information that nobody is
Mm.
wanting to pay to get that information. The moment somebody pays that price, I will give them that information.
As a point of interest, how much?
1,000 gold.
Jinx leans over and just kind of whispers to the Minotaur, I think it's embarrassing. He doesn't want to tell anybody.
He lifts up his hand and clearly stage whispers back, I agree. But honestly, how much worse than Arthur could it be?
it could be Eugene Fitzherbert.
Could be cock gobbler. I don't know.
You, Redman, what do you drink?
Uh, Honestly, not picky.
Vlad, give me something strong for the red man. Put it on my tab.
Arthur, I believe we are going to be quite good friends.
Vlad comes over. Arthur, Art, how strong do you want? Not troll strong, but strong.
And Vlad,
All right. And he comes back and he sets a triple of whiskey down in front of you, Aki.
he's gonna look down at it. He's gonna look at Vlad, give him a nod, picks up the glass, and just downs it in one shot.
Damn.
Now that is impressive. Are your
We
other
had
friends going to introduce themselves, or
he's gonna look over at Aki's gonna look over at Lefman and Carmine and nudges them to come on and join us.
Leftman, no go.
excellent? What is your name, friend?
Laughman.
A pleasure to meet you. And he does the same thing that he did for Jinx, where he reaches out his pinky. Arthur.
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 Da. Arthur.
Arthur.
Da. You have it.
Leftman's gonna point at himself. Leftman.
I had gathered, Mr. Leftman. So, and the lady?
Carmine.
A pleasure, Lady Carmen. Come, sit, all of you. The table is large. The table is, in fact, minotaur-sized, and sized for about 4 of them, so you guys can all fit comfortably.
He climbs up onto the table and sits Indian style.
The table does not budge underneath of you doing this.
Gonna find
Aki's gonna help both Leftman and Jinx as best as he can.
I'm pretty sure if I sat on the seat, I wouldn't be able to see over the top of the table.
Maybe not, but they make boxes for that. So, the 5 of you I do not recognize are new in town, yes?
Yes, sir.
What
New
brings
in-
you to Slot Show?
We were requested to retrieve an item for someone.
Ah, who has hired you?
Mr. Gordo.
Gordio?
That's right.
What does that snake fucker want at my city?
Books.
Da.
Most likely smut.
What do you mean, most likely? You haven't opened them up?
No, I tend to try and not pry. Going back to our curiosity killed the cat conversation from upon entering.
Ah, this is the discussion of the day.
But like I said, you forgot the second half of that quote. You only focus on the bad. It's about the gaining of knowledge. It's not about being scared to look.
You did not specify knowledge, you specified satisfaction. And yet, my friend, I will also bring up the fact that satisfaction can be attained multiple ways.
Satisfaction is satisfying the curiosity with which you started the venture.
That is not
Niet.
what
Arthur
you
raises
said,
his hand.
though.
Tell me, Aki,
Yes.
what is more satisfying in life than learning something that you did not know before?
Aki is gonna just take a moment to think. And he just looks back at Arthur and he says, to be fair, depends on the individual, I guess.
What is more satisfying to you? What is more exhilarating to you than learning something that you did not know?
More exhilarating.
Duh. What is better than learning? What tastes better than knowledge? What is more fulfilling than understanding something that you did not understand before?
Creation of memories with a good company, I guess, would be my response.
Is that not just simply the process of learning more about people about whom you care?
Possibly. Could also
If
be
it's
people
not,
that
then what else could it be?
could also be making memories with folks that you've known your whole entire life as well, though.
I know many people my entire life, and I still learn about them each day. Do you
Well,
really think that you can learn the inner workings of another's mind? Are you so arrogant?
I don't think
Or are the people that you have spent such time with so, he raises a hand to his mouth, um, predictable?
uh, unfortunately people tend to be more predictable than they try to pull off, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, certainly.
Would it be possible to get a drink?
Yeah, talk to Vlad.
Uh, gonna flag Vlad down and point at the cup on the table that Aki had.
The triple of whiskey?
Oh, yes.
All right. What about it?
I would like to order one of those, please, sir.
5 silver.
Do you start tabs?
Roll me a perception check. Yeah.
Alright, I would like to start a tab.
All right. What is your name?
People call me Chef.
That is not what I asked you.
I don't know if you got enough alcohol to pay for the cost of that knowledge there, sir.
If you do not tell me your name, you do not get a tab.
Alright. I'll throw 2 gold on the table. Come see me when this runs out.
He picks up the 2 gold, slips it into a pocket, goes back, pours you a triple.
Gonna hold the glass up to Arthur. Ostrovia. And kill
Ostrovia.
it. Gonna shoot it and order another one.
All right. You have another triple.
I'm just gonna slowly sip while the conversing is happening. And look at Aki and say, he did a much more eloquent job of making my point. Now, where's that book at? Let's open it.
Aki will pull the package out of his bag and just tosses it onto the table towards the chef.
It is wrapped, and it is wrapped in a waxed brown paper, and it is tied up with string.
Hey,
Inch reaches over and unknots it.
All right. The paper is folded tightly around 2 volumes. Chef, I need you to call evens or odds.
odds, always.
All right. There are 2 volumes in this package. As you open it up, you are face to face with a what appears to be a paperback of some variety titled "A Naughty Apocalypse 37 Webbed Submission." That appears to be about some kind of large spider being having sex with a debatably interested man.
I told you it was smut.
Did we just open arachnoporn?
Yeah.
We sure did.
Ew. And she pushes the books away from her.
I told y'all not to open it up.
And and the second book is simply titled Whithe, a collection of oral history.
So more smut, but just really old smut.
Are you checking the collection of oral histories?
No, I'm literally just calling it out, saying that a history book is literally just old smut, but just written differently.
No,
This is y'all's deal. I'm good. I'm out. You
Arthur
lost
taps
me at
one of his fingers
arachnoporn.
on the table. Actually, I recognize this. This the writer of this went around. He was known as the chronicler. He went around to a great many people in the area. My father knew him. Is anybody gonna read it?
Yes.
Okay. It is written completely in the third person. He only ever refers to himself as the chronicler. And he went around to the various cultures and the various nations of Whithe, and he talked to geezers and collected the oral histories. This is a copy. The original volume was put to page about 100 years ago. Maybe it's worth giving a deeper read to.
Excuse me.
So Aki called it. This is geezer porn.
I told you.
Thumbing through any information we might find interesting.
Roll me the best of Arcana, Religion, or Occultism.
Oh, you were talking to the
Which for you is probably
wrong
just a straight
chef for
intelligence
that.
check.
If he's going through that, are you doing this out loud or are you doing it to your doing this for yourself?
Such an interesting choice of phrase in this conversation.
Why I stopped myself and reworded it.
I could be reading out loud, so just roll straight intelligence.
Unless you are trained in one of Arcana, Religion, or Occultism.
Not even a little.
All right, then yeah, it's going to be a straight intelligence check.
Nope, nothing
Would I-
interesting.
It's very dry.
What were the options? Intelligence, occultism.
Arcana, Religion, or Occultism. If you are trained in one of them, if you are not, it is a straight intelligence. It is a raw intelligence check.
Okay. Let's try this. A
It
12.
is a very, very dry collection of this chronicler walking around to people, describing the communities as they were 100 years ago, and talking to people.
Not that I don't discredit this gentleman, but it's not my type of smut, is what I'll just say.
It's the chronicler. It is not. It is not intended to be something that is salacious in any meaningful way. I
And
suppose
yet
that everything is for somebody, but that would be a very strange way of interacting with this particular book.
honestly, I've seen stranger things in my short life.
Like what?
Well, I might need to drink a little bit more before I go into those stories.
Chef's gonna hold up a
He just
hand and
raises
flag
his
and
hand over-
point.
over his head. Vlad, another whiskey for the red man. Vlad pours you another triple Aki.
Dastrovia.
He
He
clinks.
raises his glass, cheers, taps it against both of yours, and downs it.
He'll down his as well.
Same.
Perhaps one of your other friends would be interested in reading the book.
Carmine, you might actually be more interested in this than us. It seems right up your alley.
I'm gonna
Not
take the fattest yawn.
I guess not.
Carmine, roll me a perception check.
I will yawn as I do this.
All right. Yeah, the book is very old and very dry, and the chronicler seems to be of the opinion that he does not need to embellish the things at all. However, as you take a deep breath to yawn, Arthur is looking at your chest.
Actually, are there any drawings or depictions in the book?
You thumb through it looking for
Because I'll drop some
drawings.
lore.
Um, in the
I did not.
very beginning,
That was
there's
crazy.
I did not expect to
roll.
drop that. I did
Oh my
not.
God.
I was joking,
um
but we'll roll with it.
at the at the back there are a handful of maps
Okay.
detailing the island as a whole as it existed at the time, and
Okay.
each of the primary settlements has gets a map along with a number of as well as a list of persons that the chronicler spoke to. um
Oh, do we recognize any of these names?
um
I mean, it's an old book, but I don't know how old
you
miniatures are. So
not off the top of your head. However, the Kenyas of Slachow back in the day was named Arthur Yakovich.
oh,
Oh.
So something has piqued your interest. How can I help you?
she's just gonna point at the name and be like, "Who dat?"
Is this your father that you spoke of earlier, Arthur?
He pulls out um you know what, fuck it, he's gonna flex. He pulls out uh a white metal coin, hands it to Carmi, and stamped into the side of it that he hands you are the names Mosen Arthur Yakovich. My father spoke with the chronicler back in the day. There's a collection of everything the man wrote because he and my father were close back in my manor.
Interesting.
Do we think that this chronicler is someone of interest to our client? Is the
Possibly,
chronicler
but the man died 80 years ago.
I was just about to ask if he was alive. Um
No, yet he was human.
that's fair. That is fair.
He My father said that before he died, he began to cough blood.
Oh, I love me some TB.
Did
And,
your father say anything?
Jesus Christ.
and the medical journals called it consumption.
Oh yeah, right. It was called consumption back then. Not TB. It was a TB.
It was not tuberculosis yet.
Did your father?
Oh my god. Of course the witch is the one that says this too. Sorry. Go on, chef.
Did we break him?
Possibly.
Yeah.
We're
I
good. Go
think
ahead.
so.
I know that there has been a pandemic running through the island. Do we think that this also is a potential
I totally forgot about
host?
that.
Well,
I thought TB immediately instead of the conflict.
do we think that this could have been potential?
That is a more recent establishment or a more recent series of events.
That's fair.
The consumption, unfortunately, it comes for some.
And is it more common for other races than others?
I do not remember the last time I was sick. Or for that matter, hungover, so good luck with that. You've been matching me drink for drink. Only I've been taking singles.
I mean, immune system of half horse, half
Do I look like a centaur to you?
minotaur. Sorry. To be fair, this is my first time outside of where I have lived, and this is my first encounter with minotaurs. So I'm still establishing things, and I meant no offense, Arthur.
uh, how about this? I will return home. The 5 of you will take your rooms upstairs. And if you choose to speak to me in the morning, you can come to my workshop. Da?
Yes, sir. That sounds delightful. I would like to speak with you some more.
Then we have a deal.
Whereabouts is your workshop, if I may ask?
Follow the sound of explosions. And he
Outstanding.
rises from the table. Tatana.
Wait. You're the guy who did the explosions? That was awesome!
If you like, I can show you some tomorrow.
Wait, yes, absolutely.
Chef's
Mind if I get a spoonful?
You can have quite as much as you please.
Chef's gonna stand up and shake his hand and say thank you for the conversation, sir.
Thank me tomorrow when you're sober.
One more before heading up.
Nah, I'm good.
Arthur?
Aki,
Yes.
Leftman, Chef, Jinx, Carmen. He holds out his hand to you.
Maybe not right.
Is he
Catch
offering
me in the morning.
it to go up with him?
No, he's just trying to. No, he's just holding his hand out to you. He wants you to
Oh.
take his hand.
Okay, I'll take his.
Aki.
He
Well,
bends
well,
over and he kisses he puts his thumb over the back of your hand and he leans down and he kisses his thumb.
Oh,
Then
and
he gets
here's
up and walks out.
his medallion. I have his coin. I didn't give it back to him.
That's for you.
What?
Yeah. Duh.
Okay.
Yeah, he just gave you a platinum piece.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arthur.
And we hustling.
I just think I just accidentally gave you guys a sugar daddy.
I was gonna say.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey,
All
that
that
man lives
practice,
on handouts.
Carmine, it's finally coming to fruition for you.
He's the nicest sugar daddy I've ever heard of. Too. Aki will just
And yeah, he just makes his way out into the evening air.
rest, everyone. I'm starting to feel the alcohol now as Aki gets off the. Were we sitting on like actual like bar stools or
No, there were like chairs, but they were wide enough for you guys to sit two abreast in them.
when Aki leaves his chair, it's like it floods all the way through his head.
Aki stumbles upstairs to bed. Thank you all very much for coming out and joining me tonight. But as you guys settle down for the evening, and I take a look at the time and realize that we've been going for a little more than 3 hours, thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in August when we can play again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Like, comment, subscribe, all that
Bye,
shit.
everyone.
Yes, kindly do the YouTube pleasantries.